I'm very pleased to be here with Ben Reynolds of Spalk, which just was voted the winner of the startup competition here at the Spot, which was quite a thing to do because it's a big startup competition. Well done.
Thanks, Jay. I mean, it was an incredible lineup of startups. So, yeah, we're so humbled that we managed to come away with the big W today.
Spalk is actually pretty far down the line in terms of your rollout. You're dealing with some big partners. You have Greg Norman as an investor. Tell us about, first of all, what you do and how it is that you've had this good acceptance.
Sure. So Spork is a virtual commentary studio. So we help leagues and teams like World Rugby and FIBA and the NBA G League produce multilingual or alternate commentaries from commentators sitting behind laptops all around the world. So they're no longer flying commentators to venues, they're no longer spending all this money on site to get studios. There's commentators behind laptops sitting in their basement commentating from the comfort of home.
And is the aim, or have you already enlisted the support of commentators in markets where people know who they are? Because you mentioned the fellow from Uruguay who's already a personality there.
Yep, so Augustin Basso is one of a really good friend, I guess now, but also a professional commentator and based in Uruguay. And that's exactly it. Whenever we have a new content partner come on board, we'll go out and identify talent that makes sense for them and makes sense for their brand and their voice and their audience. So in World Rugby's case, they were really looking for a Latin American voice. So between Augustine and Ignacio Chance and Francisco Capizzi, all really well-known Latin American commentators for rugby, and we got them all on board. They love it because they get to earn an income without leaving their home, and they get to have dinner with their families and then retire to the studio to commentate from home. So it's great. We love it, and our commentators absolutely love it as well.
Let me ask you about another kind of approach to commentary, which is getting commentary that's a little bit more loose, close to the bone, where you get some more controversial comments, you get some funny comments. First of all, what is the appetite for that? And second of all, how do you manage that in terms of having a relationship with a broadcaster?
Sure. So I mean,
rights holder.
It's totally the Bob Mannerys and the Aussie Man Reviews and those sorts of comedic influencers who they're building a voice for themselves, re-commentating highlights and things like that. So we have a relationship with a lot of influencers like that. We really try to have good editorial standards. So we're trying to steer clear of anything that may be controversial, or maybe we don't really want our platform to be used for swearing or racism or anything like that. So we're very careful and cautious when it comes to comedic commentaries. It's something we've done, but when we have done it, we've made sure it's with the right talent that can really make sure that they're talking in the right way and in maybe a comedic way, but they're also very tasteful and have very high editorial standards.
So basically, you're talking about a broadcast quality, television quality commentary that can be done remotely with less cost, without, as you mentioned, the carbon footprint of flying all over the place.
Correct. And I mean, we see some of the most exciting ones will come from former athletes, where they come on and they don't do the traditional play-by-play that you might see on a traditional broadcast. They might have a more conversational tone, be talking a little bit more about, hey, what's going to be going on in the changing rooms at half-time, because they're an athlete or a former athlete themselves. So we do try to push the boundaries in terms of what commentary is and what commentary means, but always making sure that it's really high editorial standards and really wholesome, inclusive, and positive commentary.
Well, congratulations again, Ben, for winning the startup competition, and we look forward to watching the continued growth of Spalk.
Thank you so much. We're so excited. Thanks.